Hello and welcome to Sakura Swim Club. I am RMP792 and... Christ, this one came out quickly. Let's face it, how long ago was it we did a Sakura game? Like 3-4 weeks? It's barely been a month, basically. And I wasn't originally intending to do this game this week, but... let's face it, it's a Sakura game. I am pretty much duty-bound at this point to cover them. And there was an interesting comment from somebody on Twitter who basically said that they thought I liked these games. To which my response was, at this point, it's just like bashing your head off a brick wall. Which is, at first it hurts, and then after you've been doing it for long enough, you just get this sort of mild euphoria from just the constant head smashing. It's basically that. But regardless, so this is another Sakura game. And yeah. So, my usual opening spiel for anyone who's not seen the channel before. I record my Let's Play footage a week in advance, so if you're giving me specific advice on how to play the game, the odds are I've finished it by the time you see the first part. My upload limit for 1 week is 12.5 hours of footage. Now, since YouTube were dicks to me, I've been limited temporarily. Well, for the next, it's probably down to 5 months by now. But for the next few months, I'm limited to 15-minute videos, which is annoying, but what can you do? So that's anything up to 50 parts a week for a sufficiently long game. If a game is longer than that, the Let's Play will be spread over 2 weeks rather than one, with the review coming out on the Friday of the second week. But I don't expect that to be a problem with the Sakura game. Given that I'm now limited to 15-minute videos, that would mean uploading 10 videos a day, and I don't want to be spamming people's inboxes, so what I'll do is I'll release them in batches of 5. So that's 5 videos getting released at 6 o'clock in the morning UK time, and then 5 videos at 6 o'clock in the evening UK time. So you'll be getting the same amount of content you were before for a particularly long game, just spread out slightly differently. If you enjoy this Let's Play series and would like to support me in my efforts to chronicle all sorts of weird and wonderful games, and then just weird and terrible games, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/rmp792. Because there's lots of little bonuses and rewards you can get for doing that, ranging from getting your name in the credits to getting shout-outs for doing so. Which is what Lee Maths and Open Vortex 12 have got. Right the way up to things like actually deciding what game I will be covering. So, Lee Maths has done that. His official request has been made, it's been ordered, and when that comes up, I will be making sure you all know who you have to thank for me doing that game, but I'm not telling you what it is yet. With all that said and done, I think that's everything, so let's get on with Sakura Swim Club. Oh, very cute. The art on his wall, both of those are images from Sakura Beach. Morning. Not my favourite time of the day. Am I the only person in the world who actually genuinely really likes mornings? I get up at 6, and it's amazing what you can get done in that time. Heck, during a period where I was living on my own, I would actually get up at about 4 in the morning. Because, it's amazing what you can get done at that time, regardless. The morning... when you're not awake enough to do anything. There's so many different things to be done at once. I have to shower and get breakfast, I have to get ready for the day. I am not a fan of mornings. Still, no amount of complaining can change that. So the only thing to do is to face the day. Bit by bit, I drag myself out of bed. Bright, warm rays of light spill between my curtains and into my room. It's another beautiful sunlit day. It's also a long walk to my new school. Still, I can spend plenty of time in the sun while I'm here. Good morning, world. Not that I think mornings are good. As usual, of course, there's no one to reply. Looks like it's going to be another quiet morning for me. If I had to take a guess, I've been at a different school each semester for practically all of middle school and high school. At first it was due to my parents moving around so much, but now they just they keep sending me to different places in the hopes there's one that'll spark the family's gift in me. They always talk about how maybe I'm just a bit slower than the rest of the family, or that they haven't found the right place for me to flourish yet. I don't think they can accept that their only son isn't going to be a prodigy like everyone else in the family. Not that I blame them, our family really does have a long history of success. And whether I want it or not, I'm expected to carry on that legacy. I look back at the clock and feel my heart sink into my toes. I've slept in a few minutes late. It's going to take me about 20 minutes to walk there. Okay then. If we'd hurry up... Actually, no, I was going to say if we hurry up, we're going to forget to put on underwear or something like that. But then again, we're a male character in this game. This isn't Sakura Fantasy, where one of the earliest... in fact, I think the first decision in Sakura Fantasy was whether or not to bother putting on underwear. I'm going to go for... hurry the hell up. I'd best hurry up. I don't want to think about the angry phone call I'd get from my parents if I was late on the first day. So, here I am again, standing before yet another school that my parents have specifically chosen for me. Same entrance, same gardens. God, this place is as boring as the rest of the schools I've seen. I can already feel that sinking feeling. This isn't the place that'll make me flourish in the way my parents hope to. No, I suppose I shouldn't be so cynical yet. Might as well give the place a chance. And if I don't give it a chance, well, I'll never know what'll happen. So, here it goes again. Step by step, slowly beginning all over again. The mundane start, which I always experience every time. And for a moment my body feels really, really heavy. And it's a struggle to push myself to go through all this. All over again. Nothing I can do to escape that now, though. It takes me a few minutes to find my classroom. It's always a nervous wait before I enter class. You think that after doing it so many times it would be easier. I still don't know who's going to be waiting for me on the other side. And sure enough, I hear my teacher say the same words I always hear. I would like to introduce a new student today. Oh, it's a he, is it? Well, it's a he who talks like an old woman, deal with it. He gestures to me, ushering me into the room, and all of their eyes are focused on me. I always expect their judgment to be harsh. This student is Kada. And I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. You will treat him with respect. Take a deep breath. Everything is fine. I'm Kada. Pleased to meet you. I hope we'll all get along. None of the class seem to really care that I'm here, though. Oh, they're probably just as bored as I am. I know that feeling all too well. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about yourself? Oh, nothing really. Probably not the response the teacher is expecting. Well then, why don't we get straight to it? We already have a lot of work to do, so get to your seat. I think we'll put you... there! And he points to a seat in the back row. I know that I said I'd give this a chance, but I can't help but have that sinking feeling. As I settle into my seat, I find that a tiny sigh escapes my lips. So, students, we will be studying... The first lesson goes exactly as expected too. His words begin to bleed into one another, and until all that remains is an incoherent mess. My mind can hardly even register what he's saying, listening to my teacher drone on and on about things I don't care about. I don't think I'm incapable. It's just, I don't care about this. My parents think that some tough love is what's needed to get me started. And a need is a reason to care. I can pass with the bare minimum requirements. What difference does it make? Terrible attitude to have, mate. I mean, really, really terrible. Still, this is what comes from overpressuring your kids. You've got to find just the right balance. It takes what seems like forever for that bell to signal the end of the lesson. And by the end of it, the only thing I can focus my eyes on is the clock. Just watching those hands ever so slowly move. That will be all for now, students. Please review the material when you have the chance to. This will be on your exam. As I'm about to leave, my teacher steps in front of me. You were barely paying attention in class at all. I I know that it's only your first day, but you really should take this seriously. I know. I'll do better next time. You've got to love that attitude. Remember to study this thing, it'll be on the test. I really hate that attitude, where teachers basically end up having to teach the test, not the actual subject. I've always maintained that tests are a terrible way to actually judge a person's knowledge of a thing in a lot of cases. You know, there are some subjects it works for, but you know, something like, you know, an English exam where you've got to memorise the important quotes. Why? What the hell is the point of that? Still. Are you sure about that? I know that you're a troubled young man. Jumping from school to school, barely passing any of your subjects, barely paying attention at all. Your parents have kept me well informed about your problems. Nice to know they've made arrangements here too. I can't force you to learn, but please, you have the chance here to better yourself, just like everyone else. Being good at something can only be a good thing, can't it? I guess so. He doesn't look too convinced by my answer. Maybe you need someone else to push you. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes we all need someone to motivate us. Why don't you join a club? There's plenty of them in this school. I'm sure there's one which would suit you. Tennis, football, basketball, baseball, swim. Oh, no, never mind swimming. Swimming? Hang on, what about swimming? Oh, they have a rather infamous reputation. You shouldn't go there. Infamous reputation. Anyway, I'm sure you'll find something that'll catch your interest. I won't take any more of your time. And he quickly leaves the room. What he said about swimming? I have to admit, now I'm kind of curious. But first I'd better check out the other clubs. Well, see if there's something else I'd like to do here. One nice thing about this school is the lack of rumours. I managed to quietly slip in this time, which is a relief. People always talk behind my back about what kind of person I was. They never seemed to understand either. I was always compared to my parents. Practically everyone in the county knows their name at this point. Anyway, I should check out the clubs now. If I don't have something to do in this boring place, I'm going to go stir crazy. It might be a good place to make some new friends. Oh, yeah, right. What's the point of that? I already know what's going to happen. Oh, damn it. No, I need to stop thinking like that. I'm sure that things could turn out better here. As I idly muse to myself, I smack into something. And the impact's enough to make me fall over. And dazed, I slowly look around me. I'm too dizzy to pick myself up yet. What did I run into? Yup. Stripes. I see an abundant amount of stripes. Yup. This game's starting as it means to go on. Blue and white stripes. And as my vision clears, I finally realise what's happened. A black-haired girl with pale blue eyes stares back at me. Her miniskirt completely fails to hide her panties. Wait, this is the girl who was sitting next to me in class. What are you doing? Look where you're going, stupid! Sorry. You don't sound sincere about that. She angrily scolds me, seemingly unaware of what's exposed. I think it'd be a good idea to let her know. No, you just look her in the face and don't stare up her skirt. It's not difficult. Serious question to anyone who watches a lot of anime and, you know, a lot of this kind of stuff. Are the protagonists of these things always complete morons? Because all the protagonists of the Sakura games are morons. Kaito from Sunrider actually isn't that bad most of the time, but let's face it, in his original incarnation, he's a bloody starship captain, so you would hope he would be competent. But yeah, that is a serious question to the anime fans in my audience, because again, in case anybody doesn't know, I'm not an anime fan. I don't have anything particular against it, it's just never been something that I've gotten into. And please don't give me suggestions for things you think I might like, because I'm not particularly interested in getting into it. Sorry. Still, right, I'm going to leave this part here, because we're coming up on our 15-minute limit, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.